Alright, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to more Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Justice for All. Last time we left off, we did the first part of the, well, I guess technically the second part, first part of the investigation for the murder of Mr. Matt Engarde, or Juan Crida, sorry, let me get that right, and now we're gonna continue that. Also, we told Edgeworth about Maya getting kidnapped. That was a pretty big thing. Anyways, let's get back into it. It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it? I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mr. Kamaya. These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. If we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay. You're right. Oh boy. So the real person who killed Mr. Crida was that assassin, Mr. Shelley the Killer, right? And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, a new question comes to mind. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Who was the one that hired the killer to begin with? Who is his client? You mean, who asked for the murder? That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood, but whoever this client is, they're still a killer. Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews? I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself? But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then no, it can't be. Matt Engarde himself? If Mr. Engarde really did hire the assassin, then he is not innocent at all. Far from it. He would be guilty of the crime. But he can't be Mr. Engarde, right? I mean, when we first talked to him... Mr. Engarde, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Crida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude. I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Crida, okay? I didn't see any Cyclops at that time. Actually, that reminds me. Did you remember something, Mr. Nick? Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting. So what is this interesting thing? Oh, that's right, you didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year, and if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. It looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Okay. Matt Engarde is Shelley the Killer. Mr. Engarde's secret? What is this secret? I don't know yet. But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Crida was going to reveal this secret. That means Mr. Engarde had plenty of motive to have Mr. Crida silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Engarde. There's no way around it now. Well, to the detention center we go then. Unless someone's gonna stop me on the way there. Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already. But we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. There's still the matter of this secret Mr. Crida had about Mr. Engarde and Miss Andrews' real intention. There are two things I must know tonight. But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center? I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about nothing. What's going on over here? Hey, wait! What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is that nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason, and I was told to use it to search the whole hotel. That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made. I don't know, and frankly, I don't care, but the request came from Edgipoo, so... Edgeworth? And he said... If you feel angry, direct your anger towards that unsophisticated lawyer. So now I'm gonna feel free to direct all my angers towards you. Ugh, gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are. is absolutely top secret, so you better keep it to yourself. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents. Very interesting. I'm sure it was, you know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? Means, well, you know, that gossip that's been going around in Juan. Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Kurita. It's not for the suicide note, apparently. But you're another secret, youngin'. I know who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spawning people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too. Well, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change. I didn't say anything. Wait, no, I hit the wrong button and now everything's going wrong. This is why I don't play actual games. This is what happens. Oh. Right, Juan, yeah, okay, sorry, I was like, who's that person again? Oh. Talking about Celeste. Oh, you're talking about the Miss Celeste Impacts. Miss Andrews' mentor, right? Yeah, that's the one. She was supposed to get married, you know? Married? You mean to Mr. Kurita? Really? Young kids today don't know anything, do you? Girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement. 3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the... Why would Miss Impacts want to kill herself? She was gonna get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan. What? But they were gonna get married, right? They promised each other, right? They had a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly canceled their marriage. Is that true? It was in the weekly magazines. But why? Why do you do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately. I see. That night, after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself. How terrible. Wonder what happened between those two. I don't know, but it would have been nice if Edgeworth told me that, like, you know, when he gave me this information, but whatever, I guess. Yo, WP! You here? Anywhere? On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. Guess the police are done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. Too bad I'm not staying here. Man, where's WP when you need him? Why can't I go to the... Fine, we'll go to the Wright & Co. law offices. Yo, Gumshoe, do you think you could, like, score me a... Oh. Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here. Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all. Oh, right. I'll make some salad for dinner. Looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us. Mr. Nick? Yeah? Where's the lettuce? I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before. Aw, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then. Guess the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Okay, I know you said visiting hours are over, but like, the trial's tomorrow and I like need to see him right now, so... Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Yeah, that's what, sorry, that was a weird sentence. Looks like we're not gonna get a chance to talk with Mr. Enguarde tonight. But, isn't what we have to ask very important? Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Ah, god dang it. So what do I do then? Maybe I can get somebody at Criminal Affairs to help me out. Feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick? Yeah, it does. Wonder if something happened. You're Mr. Enguarde's lawyer, right? Yes, sir. Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness. A decisive witness? You mean for Mr. Enguarde's case? We're talking to the witness we're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth. What's Edgeworth up to now? Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick? Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here. Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something. He did? Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission. So there you go. Eh? I've already called them, so they know. Go on, go talk to your heart's content. Thank you very much. It's such good news, Mr. Nick. Go talk to your heart's content? The police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. Wait, who's the witness? I'm confused. Is it... Oh, sorry, that's not what Will Powers? Nah, he's been with us the entire time. That wouldn't make any sense. Oh, it's Lana. God dang it, why is it always Lana? Why? It's the second time in this game. It's ridiculous. So wait, why didn't they just let me do this before? They were like, oh, the police granted you this. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. Enguarde and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? Matt Enguarde at the moment. Yo, dude. Dude, it's Mr. Wright. Who can get me off the hook tomorrow? I'm counting on you. I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me and said that Juan Corrido was killed by an assassin, and that assassin's client is this man, Matt Enguarde. What's wrong? Mr. Enguarde, there is something I must know with 100% certainty. You seem kinda different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self. It's because you might have hired an assassin to kill somebody. Alright. About that press conference. You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai? Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. In fact, you were there, weren't you? Like somehow, Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? Oh, okay. Psych-Lock, how many? Oh, 5. Okay. I knew this was coming. Mr. Nick, don't tell me. The Psych-Lock. You said a secret, right? But you don't have any idea what it is, do you, dude? Did you know about Mr. Corrido and Miss Andrews' relationship? Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But, I don't know any of the details if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life. Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Corrido. Her mentor was Mr. Corrido's manager. Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impact's suicide note from him. Celeste. Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for pizza? My treat. Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea? Like green peas? Let's go eat one later, okay? Ugh, I got cut up by the pizza dude at the shop. That's too bad. Also, no, that's literally not possible. You can't order a pizza, you're in jail, but okay, sure. Well, how about we get our minds off of this topic and talk about something else, okay? Another Psych-Lock? God dang it! Mr. Enguarde, are you connected to Miss Impact's suicide in some way? Let's see what the Megatama is. I doubt we can do it now, but you know, just out of curiosity. Boom. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Corrido had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude, I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it till I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Corrido, especially on that night. I don't have anything at the moment, so I'm gonna stop that. I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. Sorry, I didn't, you know what, I'm just gonna. Alright, well. Okay, I guess we'll talk to Adrian now. Okay. Oh, wait, no, what am I doing? I should have showed him the card. Ah. Whatever, I'm sure it'll all come up from the Psych-Lock. Oh, it's you. Sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight. Me? I thought your client was Matt. I'm sure Miss Andrew knows something. She can't be clueless about this secret Mr. Kurita had on Mr. Enguarde. I'd like to ask you about Mr. Matt Enguarde, if you don't mind. Mr. Wright, you still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. Enguarde. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why would you become intimate with his rival? That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing. About Miss Celeste Impax. I'd finally put her death behind me, and now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was shocked by her suicide. And it's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it. You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread just like another piece of gossip, but I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. The suicide note, huh? Wonder what it said. Or was there a suicide note? Why did you try to frame Mr. Enguarde? That's simple, because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police? But there had to be another way. The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death. Miss Andrews. Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without a reason, so please, tell me why you did what you did. Revenge. Huh? Did you say something just now? Oh, god dang it, another psych lock? Oh, you only have one, though. You should be easy. A psych lock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy. But I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. Okay, once again, I'll just try it out and see what the question is, just so later on, when I get some evidence, I can be like, oh, this is it, you know? Why frame him? I mean, the assumption going on right now is that Matt had something to do with Celeste's death, but I don't know what that is at the moment. I've already told you countless times, it's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Enguarde. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, that's why. What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on another person. If there's something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. I mean, it would be Celeste, but I don't think I have the right evidence right now, so I'm gonna leave that be for a bit. I don't know where else I could go, but, oh, I could go here. Oh yeah, the witness we got, his name is Shelly the Killer. What? Gumshoe? Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Oh, never mind. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Mr. Powers? What happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm gonna testify at tomorrow's trial.
God dang it, I joked about you being the witness, but I didn't actually mean be the witness. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers? Wasn't he with us the entire time?
I was talking with the detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home. And all of a sudden, you're there. You're under arrest. I was brought back here.
Oh.
They said my face and the whole stuff in general was suspicious or something.
Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious.
I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids.
Yeah, that's true.
Is that a crime?
I'm never gonna give up this voice, even though it is so unfitting for him. I forget why I picked it. I think when I was originally playing the first game, like, all these voices are too serious. I'm like,
oh, let's just make this a voice for some reason.
It was supposed to be like my Stitch voice, but I can't do my Stitch voice anymore. It's been so long.
Oh. Oh, never mind. It's like this.
No, it always goes back to that terrible one. I need to rewatch Lilo and Stitch. Maybe then I can back it up.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about?
I don't really know yet. It sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me.
You saw something important? What was it?
Oh, well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about? I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's me.
Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick! Mr. Pie and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright. Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? Dang. That hurt me. I was just bored.
It didn't do a lot of damage to Matt, you know. Because he's got that refreshing, like a spring breeze image going.
Why does everyone say that about him? It's such a weird thing. Make sure you make me refreshing. Like a school spring breeze. No, school breeze, that makes sense. Who does he really like?
Well, let's see. Matt's always been a kind of a player with women. Never really turned a pretty face away. He'd always say, it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible. That's unforgivable.
Ow. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me.
One person who wouldn't swoon over him?
His manager. You know, Miss Adrian Andrews.
Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? It has to be something like something happened with him and Celeste. John knew. How do you fit it? But for some reason I get the feeling we've met before. Oh really, Phoenix? Ugh. Wait, I'm gonna see if I can get my Stitch wet.
Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind. Ah, you see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip.
Okay, cool, I got it back.
I mean, celebrities in their world will have this dazzling sort of image, right?
Why did I give him this voice? Dazzling sort of image? But aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smelly, brutish kind of guy, you see? That's okay, really. You can hear plenty of gossip about a lot of other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh hey! So, did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impax? I heard something about it, how her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, what do you ask me about that? Come on, go ahead.
His powers are so charged up, his skin is practically glowing with electricity. He's about to go Super Saiyan.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it.
Really hard to enunciate with that voice. We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on the note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Kurita? Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends. And she said, it looks like I may have been caught by an insidious man.
An insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
See, well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. It's Onger and Miss Andrews. They're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get the two of them to tell me everything. Mr. Nick, your phone. Hey, that's a normal one.
Hey, that's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
Yeah, I know.
Hello?
We're in trouble now, pal.
I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's no good. The end, Hello? He got cut off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Don't you say we need to go back to the office right away? Then we should hurry back. I'm scared to go back. What are you talking about? Mr. Nick, pull yourself together.
But it'll be good news.
Somehow, I doubt that. Well, no time like the present. I hit the wrong button again. Sorry. Oh my god, this D-pad. Sometimes it's oversensitive, sometimes it's... Sometimes it's undersensitive, sometimes it's too sensitive. You're like... Wow. Okay, I can sort of get like 8 o'clock still being bright out, but 9 and it's still day out? Like, where are they living? I want to go here. They're in like Hawaii or something? Or no, they're in Japanifornia, right? That's... Hey, pal! Mr. Edgeworth's already back! Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera. Eh? Is it Lana Hart? I would assume so, but okay. This quickly? Or maybe not. I don't know, maybe I'm just insane. And this bear is what gave them away, pal. The bear? I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. Wasn't that Mr. Edgeworth that figured... Shh, Burrows. And? Go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? It would be so rude as to spy on another person in their room. I was really hoping it wouldn't be him, but okay. Matt Engarde. Huh? Matt Engarde, your client. That's who, pal. Here I thought things can get any worse from here. This isn't a Game Boy, this is a DS, but... because this isn't a real DS, obviously. I'm using an emulator, and the D-pad on the PS4 controller is different than... different sensitivity than a DS, because those things were hard as crap. Thank God they made them better on the 3DS, but does anyone actually use DS anymore? Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought the bear was... Heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. The receipt? That's all you have? Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me. I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Engarde. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Engarde's autograph out of it, pal. So... I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Engarde himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. How are we gonna prove he's not guilty with this? This isn't a Game Boy, it's a fake DS. Yeah. So what about the spy camera we found? Hashtag Phoenix Wright game for Switch. Hopefully. That was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you to file away in the evidence. Hey, it's stuff there. Okay. Oh, okay. This is what we need. Now we can go and break his Cyclops, I think. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Corrida's room was Matt Engarde. Why would Mr. Engarde do something like this? But that doesn't make sense. Why would he put a camera in the room if he was the murderer? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying he didn't hire the assassin or anything, but there's no reason if he was the killer himself to put a camera in the room. That's just, it literally incriminates you. So, I don't know. I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Corrida in one of their rendezvous. I bet is not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Okay, but why would he care about that? Especially if we're trying to go off these, if my theory is correct, that he had something to do with Celeste Impact's death in the first place. Why would he care? I don't know. Are you gonna see him? Mr. Engarde, I mean? Yeah. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Enguarde, what in the world have you done? You've already broken a crime now, so good job. Why'd Adrian order it, or if she was trying to get the note, or did she not care about the note? You really can't figure out this case if you don't know, because you don't know what people's objectives are. That's what's hard about this. I mean, with some of the other cases, like the past case, it was kind of easy to tell, because you'd be like, oh, this person wants this to happen, this person wants this to happen, but like, this one, it feels like everybody's flip-flopping, which is just, it's good writing. Like, it's keeping you on your toes. You're like, I thought this person wanted this, but they actually want this. So, it's interesting. I mean, obviously the killers are always like that. They say, oh, I want this, but then it turns out they wanted death. Or, you know, whatever happens. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? If you really want to know, let's talk. Yeah, seriously. Good news, he's in a murder. Bad news, he's going to jail for wiretapping. Alright, well. Guess we're doing this. Slot 2. I feel lucky. Not me. That feels lucky, you know? Alright, I read through this all. I know you paid attention, Mr. Kirito, especially on night, because of this spy camera. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Kirito's room there in the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with his transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? In the bear. I don't even have to save for that one. The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. Alright, we have 1 down. 4 more to go. I guess Juan had a few of those kind of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kirito was... Really? Not even gonna save. I don't need it. Mr. Enguarde, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Aw, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Enguarde. If I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof that you want to show me first? Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. The bear. It's the credit card receipt, boy, except I'm not actually sure about that, so slot 2 again, boy. Boom! Okay, cool. It was right. I have here 1 credit card receipt, Mr. Enguarde. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. 3,800, I guess I could have just said that. Anyways, I go to the department store all the time, okay? This $3,800, that could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush? It's ivory. And it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. I had the psych lock ready for you, but you just broke it. Why didn't you just let me do that Okay, you know what, forget. So can I ask you one thing? Yeah? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know, because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kirito's room and filmed it in secret is... Oh, no. Okay. This one I especially don't know, so we're gonna be saving. Let's Slot 2 again. You know, Slot 2's feeling pretty lucky. Wait, this is the, is it this? Okay, it's either that, or this, I think. So, let's try the one they told me. Oh, okay. That is the right one. Should've just gone with it. Adrian Andrews? There's a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Kirita were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Kirita, you were going to reveal this as a fact and turn it into a scandal, isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron, huh? Oh man, Mr. Lawyer Dude, that kind of scandal, that's the good stuff. That's what we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff? Juicy? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stopped paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad. That wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy Mr. Kirita because of Miss Andrews. There's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up the cameras in Mr. Kirita's room was... Okay, so I was kind of right either way, I think, maybe? I don't know, we're saving again because I'm scared. Go with my gut! And it's wrong. I was trying to say the suicide note. Maybe that's not in there. It was Slot 2, right? Okay. Because of Shelly the Killer. Bum, bum. I don't... Okay, it was that. That was the only thing you think of. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. Hey, that was my title last time. The man's name is Shelly the Killer, and I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly the Killer. That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? You really don't know him. And why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Oh my god, that's a lot of my health. Mr. Matt Engarde, I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because you're a hero of justice. I mean, this one, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but knowing this game, they're probably like, nah, fam. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Kirita. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Engarde. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought, anyway. Mr. Engarde, you really did hire... Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Oh! Oh! Whoa! How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Engarde. Where did you get that glass? I didn't know they allowed you to... you know what, I'm not even gonna ask. Okay. This is your secret, I guess. Well, I don't know what to... I was gonna give you like a deeper voice, but that's basically just my Phoenix voice, so... Well done, Mr. Wright. I don't know, I can't think of anything. He was like a surfer dude, and now he's like... evil mastermind. Bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you were Shelly the Killer's client? You don't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, do you? Card in the back, give him the glass. Why? What do you mean?
And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
You're lying. What a terrible...
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on, let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
But why? Why did you hide the video camera and...
A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like the pathetic Adrian. You knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why?
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. And with that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail if I want. That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl? Well then.
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Kurita?
Because he was about to sling so much dung on my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Kurita had been able to give it, then Mr. Onguard's secret would have...
Well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, crept up on me. And then, the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Kurita ended up dead.
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. I'm doing like a toned-down voice of Gant now that I think about it. People are simply... I'm like... Yeah. It's like if I'm doing the Gant voice an octave lower. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent face, and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin, too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me. Matt Onguard. God, you feel like the killer in one of the Zero Escape games. Because the killer is never the mastermind in those games. It's always... the Zero is always somewhat good. But there's always a killer in the group, and it's like... You feel like that killer. I feel like we've discovered the killer of our little Zero Escape group, except we're not in Zero Escape. Oh, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Kurita, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Kurita! I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Aw, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Aw, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya.
You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel. So, if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all for. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this! That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. Oh.
Now you finally found it. The starting line of this case.
Edgeworth. I couldn't tell who was talking. I was like, is it Adrian? Is it Mr. Killer? Is he like... he's secretly watching us from the camera in the back? It's like, what the? I don't care for the horde atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Oh, god dang it, this creepy music still followed us.
Well, right, what are you going to do? You plan on changing your defense?
No!
You can't do that. That's right, he's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth!
Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office.
Whenever you see question mark, give them a Lilo and Stitch voice. I will do that from now on.
I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. Now, right? It's your turn.
My turn?
What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own.
Or just a goofy voice.
Goofy super. I'm a lawyer. To fight for someone who is clearly a killer. Matt Engarde. That man is really... Ugh! Doesn't matter who, every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system?
Wow, Zach! You really couldn't pronounce that word.
Judicial.
I don't know why I couldn't say that. Judical. That's what I'm gonna just call it that from now on.
Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get Engarde an acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? That's... You are a defense lawyer. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do.
Does Matt like have a split personality, or is it just like a show face, basically?
People like you and Franziska von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing she's fight for is her perfect win record. That's all. And, isn't it the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You're so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record.
A split show face personality.
I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. Eh?
Really, I did the classic and my
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story.
Hint, hint, don't get the bad ending.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver! I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Well then, Mr. Attorney, if you wait you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow. My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Engarde's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand me. He is my client. Don't toy with me! A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you're asking me for a reason as to why I'm doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my client for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, as it is part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty. We were unlucky this time. My client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. I wasn't doing the voice full force, my bad. What is your name? I believe I told you once before, however, you did, but my name is DeKiller. Shelly DeKiller. You're Shelly DeKiller? Bum, bum, bum. Who would have guessed it? No one on this earth put it together. No one. No one. No, it's wrong. See, what he said there was DeKiller with a capital D. But if you look at the name, it's a lowercase d. It's unacceptable. This is unacceptable. They're two different people, okay? DeKiller, small d, is different from DeKiller, big D. Can't do this. Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a DeKiller, I always finish what I set out to do. If you feel that, oh, sorry, no, DeKiller is the family name, whereas, okay, never mind. No, the game was right for once. That was me. Sorry. You failed to keep up your end of the bargain. Maya! It would be my duty as an assassin to see that she receives a nice, long nap. Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Where's the cat? Do I have the... Wait, is it in profiles? Do I have the cat somewhere here? I know where you are! I know where you are. And I'm gonna find you. And I'm gonna kill you. I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission. Oh, that sounded like a cat. A cat? Can't be. That cat. Can it? What is it? I know where Shelly DeKiller is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately. Alright, you hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah. It was... Did he ever tell us the name of his cat? I don't think so. Oh. No epic music to keep me going? Okay. Shelly DeKiller, I know you're here. Why would you come to a killer's house? Oh yeah, that doesn't make... Oh! Killed. Maya! Please answer us, Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was the killer. Who would have guessed it? He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. They're downstairs. Bear. Go here. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are lots of cuts in it for some reason. Wait, wasn't that in the bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. Ah, I'm sure that's for Shu. Right, Shu, that was his name. Oh yeah, you said it. I just didn't look at the chat, my bad. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door, it's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Slam! Slam! Dunk! No, sorry. Ugh! There's no one here! From the looks of this room, I would say this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antennae for sending out radio signals. And a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. Come on and slam! And do the jam! Space Jam! Oh. There's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Ugh, god dang it, I hate my life. Wine cellar. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. Looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. What is this on the floor? And do the dinosaur? This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste. Miss Impax? You mean? Yeah, Mr. Kurita's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Enguarde's mansion? And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. Oh, boy. Ah! What's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message. What? I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get Enguarde a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I'm not going to do yells right now. Right! What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We searched the house, and this is the last room. Looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. Now what is that? Oh, her psych lock. Yeah, I remember that, but I couldn't remember Miss Andrews' psych lock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, and I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I've come to remove your psych lock. Psych lock? I want to know, and you will tell me your secret. Fine. Go ahead. Try to brief me, if you can. Do I just go straight to the psych lock? Yeah. Take that! Alright. I already forget what the question was. I guess the picture then. I mean, considering you couldn't do this before we got the picture, we'll do slot 3. Feeling pretty safe with that. Okay. Or not. That's nice. Can I say the person then? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought it would count because whatever. Celeste. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge. And that is Miss Impax's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him yet. But for you to hate Mr. Enguarde, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? I think so. But I'm gonna save because knowing me, I'll probably mess this up again somehow because I suck at this game. Slot 3 again, because why not? Hey, I got it right for once. This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though.
With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impact's handwriting, isn't it?
Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, it is. I found this in Mr. Enguarde's mansion.
And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed.
Unlock successful.
Celeste, she was supposed to get married to Juan.
Yes, but I heard it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Krita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. But because of Mr. Enguarde? What do you mean?
I think you can see where this is going.
Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at that time.
I'm dying.
I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together.
So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture.
They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with, until she was thrown away. It's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that, which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that's where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night that Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste.
I see. So that's what happened.
But, then why did Mr. Krita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It's probably because of his worthless male pride. Matt and Juan were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Performance impacts. And that wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind, and in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid the note. Why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that the note was a powerful weapon against Matt. It would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge.
Revenge. There's that word again.
Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note.
And that's what the press conference was.
At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course.
And that was at the press conference after the stage show.
I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I'd even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man?
I'm a lawyer.
I see. What a foul profession.
Thank you very much for your time and talking with me.
It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway.
I can't sleep either. Not with my situation, or with what I know now. Oh, boy, what a heavy episode. That was a lot of information. Wow, okay. What's happening? How'd I get into this mess? I just wanted to... No. That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix... Who is saying this?
Oh, can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix.
Oh wait, this is the thing at the beginning of the game, wasn't it? What have I done wrong?
I cannot allow you to go on like this.
Question mark? But I'm just a simple defense attorney.
Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title.
I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. As if this day was written into my destiny. Oh. Oh no, I had a premonition. Today I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. Okay. Alright, well, I don't want to watch the cutscene again next time, so I'm just gonna do a save state here. Slot one. Okay, well, I think we're gonna end the stream here for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you had, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Search for more of this awesome game, as well as Yakuza 0... Kiwami. I will get that right someday. Yakuza Kiwami. We're moving on to the main story stuff tomorrow, which is gonna be fun. No more side quests until chapter 5. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next stream. The finale of this will be on Wednesday, by the way. Thanks for watching. Peace out.